What's up, y'all? What's up, y'all? I'm listening to me right now. Listen to me. I'm listening to the Mr. Maskman / Mr. Loveman. Hey, Stacey Lane, holler at a true player. You were right. I can fix what's wrong. I would. You were right. I was wrong. How can we fix porn video? Man, I'm cold, man. I'm cold. I'm still listening to me. Hey, beautiful. I'm talking about a girl I met in the mall. Hey, Jayla. Hey, beautiful. Hey, Jayla. Hey, beautiful. Hey, Jayla. Hey, beautiful. Comfortable. What else happened these days? I'm talking about a. Oh, shit. I'm sorry. I'm funny, man. Oh, my God. I'm listening to me. I'm listening to me talk about a woman that I met uh, who I only know as Jayla. I only know her name is Jayla. I don't know anything else about her. She's a pretty light-skinned woman that I met in St. Vincent's Mall in Shreveport. She doesn't work there anymore. I think I spooked her with a video that I made about the security guard who works at the mall, who I know liked her. And I basically, not intentionally at the time, but I basically tried to ruin it for the both of us. Like, okay, you don't want me to have this chick, you can't have her either. So after I made that video, I stopped seeing her show up in the mall. But yeah, check out the video. Hey, Stacey Lane, holler at a true player. How can we fix porn? Funny ass video, man. When I start talking about Jayla, the shit gets funny as hell, man. I insult her and compliment her at the same time. And in the end, and when I get done, I'm like, you weird. I'm like, man, it's funny as hell, man. Okay, what's up, y'all? Channel still closed down. Channel still closed down. I got 28 days to wait until, I'm back in my Mr. Mask Man bag. And when I get back to being Mr. Mask Man, the sky will part like Whitebeard is descending on Marine Ford. Man, the whole world's about to change, man. The whole world's about to change. Big business is gonna die. Oh yeah, big business is gonna die. I'm gonna kill it. I'm killing big business. Now, this is not something that I ever wanted to do, ever was that concerned about doing. It was never my mission in life to kill big business. But, I just observed different things that has happened over time and different things that's happened over the course of human history. And the main culprit of all of human suffering is big business. Big business is evil, man. Big business is evil, and I'm coming for it as a man that really doesn't have anything, man. A man who really don't have much, but I'm a pirate. I'm the king of the pirates, and big business is gonna be slayed. Big business is gonna be killed. Blockbuster Video is gonna be resurrected. Playboy is gonna be resurrected. Booty Talk is gonna be resurrected. A lot of things are coming back, and God ordained me as the judge of all mankind. I'm the judge. I'm the judge. So I got to do a good job, and I have to be fair and impartial. The only human being, I judge any and everything, but the only human that I can't judge because I can't be fair is my own sister. I can't be fair. I hate that woman too much, so I can't be fair. I can't judge her fairly. I don't know what's wrong with her. I don't know if she has an illness, a physical illness, a vaginal illness, a mental illness. I don't know what's wrong with her, but I can't judge her. So that's for God and God alone to judge my sister. But everybody else, your ass is mine at some point. What's on the docket is I'm trying to get this channel off the ground. I got 2 channels to build. I got an old channel and a new channel. And for all intents and purposes, they both are basically the same. Just because one has 369 subscribers, that's basically 0. So I might as well try to build both channels at the same time. Come December, I'm staying in New Orleans, Louisiana. So come December, I'm going to go to 2 places in New Orleans, the French Quarter and Jackson Square. And I'm going to hang out at those 2 places, during the days and promote both channels. Edward J. Anderson, JR, and Mr. Maskman / Mr. Loveman. Get both channels popping, make both channels hot, make both channels interesting. Do what I can do to be a force of nature, to be a man about my business. So what I am, and I put this on the other channel, but I'll say it here too. What I am, what I truly am, is I'm an artist. I'm an artist. I'm a creative. I'm a thinker. My art teacher, my main art teacher, the guy who basically does what I do, he's a comedian. I'm not, but the way his mind works and the way he approached his profession as a public figure is the way that I have to approach my profession as a public figure. My art teacher is Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle is my art teacher. He's the guy whose mind and presence and thought patterns work in such a way that I can study them and try to emulate them and try to learn from them and apply it to my craft as a YouTuber, as an internet force, as a personality, as a hood nigga, as that figure. I can approach, doing what I do in the way, like, what would if Dave Chappelle was a hood nigga like me, how would he approach the situation and how would he tackle this as an artist, as a man who's smarter than everybody else, how would he approach this? Because Dave Chappelle ain't gonna get in. I'm sure Dave Chappelle has some ability to fight, but he's not gonna, tussle with niggas all day. He's got better things to do. So he's gonna outwit you. He's gonna outsmart you. He's gonna do like white folks and says your mouth is your gun, not a gun in your pocket. Now I'm Jason Voorhees. So at some point, I have to become familiar with hunting and fishing and all different types of ways to kill for food, kill for survival, kill, you know, there's a lot of things in this world that are out to kill you, especially big business. So in the event that somebody wants to assassinate the man that's trying to kill big business, I got to be ready for assassins, killers, all types of people like that. So I can't be shy about that sort of thing. It is what it is. I don't want to ever put another human being in the ground. I feel like that's sacrilegious. But if you come for me, you get what you get. I ain't gonna let you kill me. I ain't gonna let that happen. So you get what you get. So the eternal Mr. Maskman, older than God, older than the devil, the oldest being alive. I'm the oldest being, but I'm not the oldest force. The only thing older than me is death itself. Death is the oldest of us all. It's the strongest of us all. It's the most powerful of us all. It's God. Death is God. It's unstoppable. I mean, I don't believe it's unstoppable. That's too much. But it's a monster. It's a MFing monster. It's a monster. And it's something that no one man can tame. It's too strong. It's too powerful. And it's got to get whooped. And it's my life's mission to be the man leading the army to conquer death. Because death needs to be whooped. Death needs to be beat down. Death needs to be conquered. And I am a conqueror. I am more than a conqueror. But anyway, it's slow going, it's slow roasting. But yeah, I got two channels to build at the same time. There's no reason to build the one and not build the other. It was dumb, 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 dumb. I was being stupid. I was being stupid by not building both channels at the same time. On one channel has 369, the other channel has 3. There's no reason that both channels can't get up to 1,000 at the same time. And then I got 2 channels that's monetizable that I can cross promote. I was being. There's a reason God slowed me down and made me think about what I was doing before I did it. Like the first rule that I had in the book that I was writing, the rules of manhood, it's best I know so far. That's what I called it before I lost the notebook that I had it in. The first rule was be patient. I call that God's law. God's law. Be patient. You ain't no man if you cannot be patient. It is the most necessary. It is the most important. It is the most critical thing that you will ever have to do as far as your manhood journey. You must be patient. If you can't be patient, if you don't know how to wait, and waiting isn't waiting. First of all, waiting isn't waiting, but work has a way. Don't wait. Waiting is for suckers. This whole religious, wait on God, wait on this, wait on that, waiting is for suckers. You don't have to wait for nothing, but you gotta work properly. You got to work, then wait. Because you got to let the work do its work. Once you work it, then you got to wait on it. There's a reason why it takes 9 months to have a baby that you made in, that you could have made in a minute or less. Take a minute or 30 minutes, an hour, a minute to make a baby, but it takes 9 months for that pregnancy to turn into an actual human being. 8 to 9 months for that pregnancy to become a full blown human being. It takes a while because that work gotta work. You have to wait on the work. You wait on the work. You don't wait on no God. You wait on work. That's patience. That's being patient. You gotta wait on the work. Wait on the work. Let the work do its work. You gotta learn how to wait. That's the most important rule. The second rule that I can remember, learn when to shut the F up. Learn when to shut up, man. It's not always good to do all that talking. It's not always good to run your mouth and run your mouth and run your mouth and run your mouth. You'll run yourself into a grave doing all that talking, doing all that testifying, doing all that jaw jacking about what you gonna do, this, that, and the third. There's no profit in that. There's no profit in all that talking. There's no profit in all that conversating. There's no profit in all that meaningless babble. You got to be thoughtful about your words, about when to use them, when not to. You got to be calculated and intentional about what you say and who you say it to and when you say it. Learn when to shut the F up. And the third rule, respect. Now, I'm going to rearrange the rules because I don't remember the rules because basically the rules are all nonsense. Basically, the three main rules: patience, give a fuck what you want, let the work do its work, learn when to shut this up, and learn when to respect and when to revoke respect. I call it the Naomi rule. Rule number 3 is the Naomi rule. I had no reason at all to ever disrespect her. She was being a friend to me, and I was an asshole in return. I may never get that friend back. I may never have her as a friend, and that hurts me to my core because I never expected a woman that amazing. That amazing. I'll just say that amazing to consider me, to look at me and give me anything special. What she gave me was special. What she gave me was beautiful. What she gave me was lovely, and I repaid that with disrespect because of my issues and my shortcomings and my lack. So I gotta eat that and I gotta deal with that. And maybe God is telling me that woman that I desire in a particular way is off limits, and you gotta have one of the other two options of the three you chose. But I think that's a goddamn disgrace that I may have lost something that I absolutely had that was that goddamn amazing, man. But those are the breaks, man. Sometimes you lose shit. I'm going through a lot. I'm going through a lot. And low key, just for me, she's kind of a bad friend for not forgiving me. Yeah, I just gotta say that. Yeah, just gotta say that. You know I'm throwing off. Come on now. But anyway, wait on the work. Learn how to work. Learn how to be a scientist about this work shit. Work is necessary. Work is important. Work is the producer. Work is the producer of life. Work is everything. Let's get away from business and labor. We got to get away from big business and labor, trying to make people slaves, trying to make people be chained to a job. You got to beg somebody to get a day off. If I want to be at work, I'll show up. If I don't, then I won't. It's a fucking job. If I need money, I'll show up. If I don't need money, I don't want to show up. I shouldn't have to, there shouldn't be this thing where if I don't show up to your job often enough, you'll take my position away from me. If I show if I do the work that is required when I'm at work, then I should be able to not show up to work whenever I don't want to show up. And if I and like the only reason you should give my job away is if I just stay gone for an extended period of time and I don't ever show back up to work. But if I want to work 3 days a week, 4 days a week, if I want to skip a week, if I want to skip 2 weeks, if I want to work this, any which way I want to work a job, I should be able to work the job as long as I do the job when I'm at the job. This whole thing about why are you taking an off day, why are you showing all this bullshit, it's got to stop. And I'm gonna make it my mission to stop that shit. Like I said, I got a hospital. That I'm trying to close. It's called Oshner's, Shreveport, Louisiana. Trying to close that fucking hospital. Anywhere in the world that Oshner's exists, trying to close it. It was like back when I went, it was probably called LSU, but it became Oshner's. So I don't really need to close LSU because LSU is the name of a school. So I don't really need to kill LSU. I just want to kill Oshner's because whatever management was going on back in the day that got me on the 10th floor of a mental hospital 4, 5, 6, 7 times. Whatever had me up there was the thing that became Oshner's, and I'm trying to shut that motherfucker down. Don't give a fuck if you like it. Don't give a fuck if you try to stop it. There's nothing you can do to stop it. I'm gonna do it. You're gonna die. It's gonna be over for you. Oshner's will not exist anywhere in the world. It's gonna be gone. And whatever put me on the 10th floor, that's going there too. You think I'm crazy? I'm not crazy. I'm just smarter than you. I'm just the smartest man alive. And when people talk to me and they realize that, oh shit, his mind just works so much goddamn faster than he has racing thoughts. He has visions and delusions. Nobody's that goddamn smart. I am. Sorry. Somebody had to be better than Solomon. You thought that nigga was gonna be the coldest forever? You didn't think there was gonna be a nigga colder than Solomon? I'm colder than Solomon. What you want from me? I'm better than that nigga. I'm better. I'm black man. I ain't Jewish. I'm black. I'm better than Solomon. What you want from me, nigga? I'm better. So when they look at me, they're like, oh, no, I don't know what's wrong with him. I'm better than you, nigga. That's what's wrong with me. I'm better than you. I'm smarter than you. So on this channel and on the other channel, I'm working on selling practical, useful tools that every human being should have in this day and age to navigate their lives. I'm gonna sell. I'm making a list of what I should sell, but I got the first three. I'm gonna sell compasses. A compass. If you don't know what a compass is, it's a little device. It's a navigation tool, and it has an arrow that always points north. Wherever you're standing, the arrow on a compass, it always points north. So no matter where you are, you know where north is. So if you got a smartphone and you're using a smartphone to try to figure out where you are, figure out how to get to this place or that place, you can have, if you got a compass, you will always be able to use a map or a navigation system to figure out exactly what direction you're traveling in, where you are. It's an orientation tool that will enable you to get around another city or get around your city or move with all this technology. You don't know how to use this gadget, this smartphone. People get lost with GPSs all the time. You can't, you got to have a compass. I'm going to sell compasses. I'm going to sell real phones. What is a real phone? A real phone is a phone that has buttons. It's a phone that has buttons. I'll just say this. In case of an emergency, you need to be able to punch in a number into your phone without anybody being able to notice you and call somebody that you can depend on who will save your life if your life was ever in danger. And you cannot do that with a touch screen. I cannot magically know what numbers I'm pressing on a touch screen. But if a phone has buttons on it and it has like the little braille symbols, I can feel around on a phone that has buttons and punch in 911, or I can punch in 411, or I can punch in 811. I can do that with an actual phone, and I cannot do that with this. You need a real phone. And I'm gonna sell cool ass lighters because I'm in New Orleans and everywhere I go, I see somebody saying, "You got a light, you got a light, you got a light, you got a light, you got a light." So I'm gonna sell lighters for like $2, $3. If the lighter is cool, I'm gonna sell it for like $5, $6, $7. I'm gonna sell lighters, man, because everybody needs a lighter. Everybody needs to be able to start a fire, smoke a cigarette, that sort of thing. So I'm gonna sell lighters. Lighters, phones, compasses, and anything else I can think of, to turn a profit and cold drinks. That's what they call sodas in the South, in New Orleans. In New Orleans, they call soda cold drinks. I say, I don't know why you call sodas cold drinks, because anything with ice is a cold drink. But but they call sodas cold drinks. So I'm gonna sell. I'm gonna give me an ice when I get me a car, like sometime in July, August, sometime next year. I'm gonna give me a car. I'm gonna give me a nice size ice chest with wheels. I'm gonna load it up with all manner of waters, and I'm gonna give me two ice chests. I'm gonna give me an ice chest just for water and an ice chest just for soda. Because if I got a car, I can do shit like that. So I have two ice chests, one like a blue ice chest just for water and like a red ice chest just for soda, and sell like waters and sodas for like water for like a dollar for water and $2 for cold drinks. And whatever I sell, I'll be like, yeah, I accept tips. Give me a tip. Give me $2, give me $5, give me a tip. So I sell it. The drink is just $1, but I ask for tips on top of what I'm selling it for. I think I can clean up. I think I can make a good living. Like, I mean, if I sit at a stoplight 4 or 5 hours and I got this and I got a nice pretty sign up saying I got drinks for $1, ice cold beverages for $1 in the summertime, I'm gonna get a lot of people pull out dollars and shit and pay me. I can make, and I said, what if I sell 100 $2 drinks in like an hour or two, let's say 2 hours. I sell 100 $2 drinks in an hour. That's $200 for 2 hours of work, man. $200 for 2 hours, like $200. $200. Like, okay, $2 for 100 drinks. Yeah, that's $200 for 2 hours of work. And let's say I sell 100 waters on top of that. That's $300 in 2 hours or 3 hours. $300 for 3 hours of work one day. And I could go spend the rest of my day doing whatever I want to, and buying 16-ounce drinks. 16-ounce drinks are cheap as fuck. They cheap as fuck. So, I can have I can have 50, 60, 100, beverages in a nice really big ice chest, man. So I could really, really do really, really well selling drinks and phones and compasses and lighters. I think I can do really well in this town. I think I can do really well in this city. And I think I'm gonna make a whole lot of money. And I think me and Naomi is gonna rekindle our friendship. I got dreams too. I got things I want, but I've talked enough about that on my Mr. Maskman channel. How you doing, sir? Those videos are up. If what I said in those long ass videos ever makes it to the lights of day, or if it ever makes it back to Naomi, I'll deal with that shit then. But I'm not gonna keep repeating myself because I don't want to lay a trap for myself. Just know I love I love two women dearly, and I love one woman in spirit. I love Brittany Williams. I love Naomi Banks. And I love the spirit and the story of the superstar Cardi B. And I have an arrangement with God saying, God, if you ever want me, Edward J. Anderson Jr., to have a bride, you got three options. Only three. If you can't do it in three, get the F away from me. No wife ever. So Brittany Williams, Naomi Banks, Cardi B, those are the three women that I'm willing to walk down the aisle. And with God, God is magical. God can do a whole lot of impressive shit. So I'm deliberately being ridiculous with God. I'm being an asshole. I'm really being an asshole because Brittany Williams is a ghost. She's a ghost. She has no public presence. She cannot be found. Naomi Banks is a former adult film star who is 17 years older than me, who has previously been married, who has 3 children, who I know through being adult films, who I already insulted. That's ridiculous. And Cardi B is a superstar who is already married and has children. So it's like, it can't be done. It can't happen. So I'm just click, clack, rolling the dice. Let's see what happens. So I'm just having a good time, man. I'm enjoying myself. Sitting in Chick-fil-A, letting my phone charge up, having a good time, and trying to live a dream, man. I'm on my way to getting my own place, and it's only going to take a few months. It's only going to take a few months to get my own place. It's only going to take a few months, maybe 4 months, but I'm going to be in the position of I'm going to be in a position of being in a great condition, being in a position of being in a great condition. And God slowed me down and said, hey, man, why build just one channel when you can build two? And you don't need three because three is too many, but two really, you got your Edward Anderson and you're the Maskman. And my good and faithful servant, I got another name for you. And you're still going to be JR, but this time that JR is going to stand for Joker, and your name will be your name and yours alone. I know you figured that shit out, that God the Father has a name too, and it ain't Jesus Christ. God the Father has a name. He has his own name, and it needs to be known. But you ain't God Jr., you're your own person, and God has a name for you. You're going to have that name. But right now, you got two already. Three if you're nasty. You're Edward J. Anderson, Jr., you're Mr. Maskman, and you're Mr. Loveman. Be that totally and completely. If you're gonna walk around this city getting 700, why not just get 1,000? Why not get 1,500? Why not get 2,000, 3,000, 4,000? Why not build up both channels simultaneously? Why not have two, three, four, multiple streams of revenue? Have Naomi on both channels. Pay her $1,000 per appearance, or 1,500 or 2,000. Really get rich with her. That's one of her dreams, to have a man that she can get rich with. You want to be rich. You don't want to be no billionaire. You don't want to be no billionaire. You don't want to be no hoarder of money. You want to be a philanthropist. You want to be an activist. You want to be, charitable and constructive and a dismantler of big business. You want to do all kinds of cool shit, so you need a lot. You want to be a king, a literal, the first, the first American king. You want to be that shit. You want to be the first American king with a literal kingdom in the South. Man, you want to do a lot of shit, so you're going to have a lot of money. And she is some kind of businesswoman. She a little lazy, but she got a lot of hustle and she got a lot of smarts. And you two together, you being the work and her having her mind, the work and her mind, can do amazing things. You can do amazing things with Naomi if you put your mind to it, if you be respectful, if you have hustle, you have discipline, you remember rule number one. Be patient. Let the work do its work. Let the work do its work. You gotta work it and then wait on it. You gotta work it and then wait on it. You gotta work it and then wait on it. You gotta work it and then wait on it. You gotta work it and then wait on it. So it takes working and waiting. It takes working and jokety. It takes working and waiting. So you got to work first, then wait. Work it, then wait on it. Work it, and then wait on it. Work it, and then wait on it. It's necessary. It's the first rule. It's God's decree. It's the way it is. It's the inescapable rule. It's the inescapable rule. You got to work it and then wait on it. But I'm doing things, man. I'm building this shit up. I'm building this channel up, and I'm going to become a force, man. Mr. Maskman is a hood legend. I'm a hood legend. I'm that thing that goes bump in the night. No, I ain't the thing that goes bump in the night. There are things that go bump in the night. I am the man who bumps back. I'm the king of the dream world, man. How you doing? King of the dream world, man. Somebody got to be the best. Guess it had to be me. Somebody had to be the smartest. Somebody had to take the crown from Solomon. I guess it had to be me. But we do what we do, and we build what we build. I want to talk about, the way that I want to see Brittany Williams again. I want to talk about the way that I want to see her again, wherever she is, whatever she's doing. I hope she's well. I got nothing but love for her. I got nothing. I wish nothing but peace and joy and happiness and great sex, because she was a freak. Great sex wherever she is. But I just want to see her again and thank her for giving me confidence. for giving me confidence, because if I never met her, if I had never met Brittany Williams, I wouldn't have the confidence that I have. I wouldn't have the ego that I have. I wouldn't have the pride, the pride, the pride. I wouldn't have the pride. I wouldn't be the man I am today, little as I got. But I wouldn't be the man who was on step to create a kingdom, to create a life. I wouldn't be a man that's gonna change the world. I wouldn't be that if it wasn't for Brittany Williams. I love her totally and completely. And there's almost nothing I wouldn't do for her if I ever saw her in the flesh. There's only two things that I wouldn't do for Brittany Williams. Only two. I will never get anything tattooed on my body anywhere. Ain't no tattoos gonna be on my face. Ain't no tattoos gonna be on my arm. Ain't no tattoos gonna be on my back. Ain't no tattoos gonna be on my chest. And I will never go to jail for Brittany Williams. At the end of the day, Brittany Williams walked away from me. She left me. She ghosted me. And that's just the way it is. So I'm not going to prison for her. But if I had to die for anybody, if I had to lose my life, the one man who's fighting God Almighty, death itself, if the death killer had to die by murder, assassination, if I had to die, there's only one person that I'm willing to die for, and that's Brittany Williams. I would die for her. Wouldn't even hesitate. She's earned it. She deserves it. If it's between me and her, take me. But that was emotional. That was emotional. But yeah, man, I'm the realest. I'm the smartest. I'm the oldest, and I'm the coldest. So we doing a lot of things, and we making a lot of things happen here at Mr. Maskman Incorporated. Mr. Maskman Incorporated. We making a lot of stuff happen. I'm gonna hustle and bustle and try to put some things together and try to scrape together what I need to scrape together. Building an empire, man. Building an empire. I truly wanna be the man that Naomi gets rich together with. As a hood nigga, she already look rich to me. She look rich to me as a hood nigga. But maybe she don't consider herself to be rich. Maybe where she at ain't rich to her. So if she ain't rich already, let's get rich together. Let's get rich together. Yes, you be filthy rich, I'll be filthy rich. What time you wake up? Be stupid rich, be crazy rich, be insane rich. We can both be rich. Mm-hmm. We can both be insanely rich together, and we can be friends, and we can be, all that we can be. Let's just say that. We can be all that we can be as Edward and Naomi. Okay, y'all. I want to keep talking. I want to keep going. I want to keep flowing. But this is a new channel, and I don't want to overwhelm. I don't want to overwhelm the audience with this new material, with this new stuff. I'm gonna sign off, and I'm gonna do it, as a judge, not as not do my Daniel Freeman and Thugtician sign off. So I do both. I do both because this is a new channel. So, in the words of Thugtician, a guy that I really looked up to, a guy that talked British dude, he always used to say at the end of his videos, "More later, later." And my man, 100 grand, Daniel Freeman, the former owner of the Rise and Grind, How to Make $1 Out of 15 Cents. He would go next time, partner. And my skit, my stuff, my bread and butter, the only thing I got that you cannot take is bang bang is the sound of the gavel. Bang bang is the sound of the gun. That's my shit. And mine only. Nobody, nowhere, not even God Almighty can take that from me. Okay, so let's do this. Time to get out of this video. And in the words of Thugtician, more later, later. And in the words of Daniel Freeman, next time, partner. And in the words of Edward Anderson, Mr. Maskman, bang, bang is the sound of the gavel. Bang, bang is the sound of the gun.